Deadalus and Icarus. Once upon a time there was a king named Minos. He is the king of Greece. He is a brutal villain. One day he sent a letter to a person who makes sculptures named Deadalus. In the letter he wrote, "Come to my island with your son. I am going to give a work for you." Deadalus and his son Icarus started their journey to the kingdom. The king welcomed them to the kingdom and they ate in the feast and rested for some time. Then the king called them and said, "In my kingdom cellar, make a secret maze and don't say this to anyone. There should be many secret ways and if anyone go there, they should never come back. I will name this maze Labyrinth." As the king said, he and his son started working. After the labyrinth has done, then the king said the use of this labyrinth. "This is a jail for a demon in Minos. He is very dangerous. It has an ox head and a body of a human." Now the people of Greek kingdom are very scared of Minotaur. He likes to eat human's flesh. And the people of Minos begged to kill this evil demon. But Minos said them, "Instead of killing him, I will keep him in a jail." From that time, Deadalus followed the king's orders and trapped Minotaur in the labyrinth. And Deadalus kept fresh flesh for Minotaur. Minotaur, who was trapped in the labyrinth, cannot escape, and the king was very, very happy. If anyone is sent to the labyrinth, they will be trapped there and Minotaur will eat them. Now the king have a good way of punishing his enemies. Deadalus and his son went to the king and asked for money for building the labyrinth. Minos' king said, "No. Ha ha! Why should I give money? I am a king. I can do anything." And also said, "You both only know the way of escaping from the labyrinth. I won't allow you both to go out from the kingdom," said the king, and sent Deadalus and Icarus to the labyrinth. The king believed that if the demon see Deadalus and Icarus, the demon will eat them. As Deadalus only made the labyrinth, he knew the way to get out from the labyrinth very well. They escaped from there and then they safely came to the road and they were thinking what to do next. The trees which are there around the sea will save them for now. They can stay without anyone seeing them for some years or months. But who will wish for life like this? They thought, "We however should search the way to get out from this island and also cannot swim for more time." When Deadalus sees up, he saw seagulls flying and thought, "If I can fly like a bird and I and my son can fly." Then Deadalus got a clever idea. He thought to make wings, but for this he needs some time. There are many seagull feathers around the beach. Deadalus told his son Icarus to collect as many feathers you can for making the wings. He observed the birds flying carefully. After escaping from labyrinth, after 6 weeks, they finally finished making the wings. Deadalus said, "With these wings, you can fly like a bird. But be very careful. You should not fly near the sun. If you do this, the wax which we applied to the feathers will melt." Icarus said okay and wore the wings and helped each other. They both were getting ready to fly. Deadalus ran to the front of the sea and then he flapped his hands up and down. Whoosh! Then he flew in the air. Icarus also did the same and flew in the air. He didn't believe that he was flying in the air and he enjoyed a lot. Then he felt like a bird and said, "This is so amazing! We are really flying." Suddenly, Icarus could not see his father. He flew up and up. His father was looking so small. He enjoyed this a lot. Suddenly, he saw that the feathers are coming off. Immediately, he was going towards the sea. He went so near the sun. Then, he was trying to flap. More and more feathers were falling. Then, he was falling down. He shouted, "Father, Father, all the feathers are removing from my wings. Father, save me. I don't want to die." Icarus fell down like a rock and fell in the sea and sank. Deadalus saw this and couldn't do anything for Icarus and was so sad. He flew back sadly to the place where he lived. Friends, always listen to your parents, but do not behave like Icarus. Bye bye.